office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan. And any barmaid can be a star maid if she dances with or without a fan. Hooray for Hollywood, where you're terrific if you're even good. Where anyone at all, from TV's Lassie to Monroe's Chassis, is equally understood. Go out and try your luck. You might be Donald Duck. Hooray for Hollywood.
I'm dreaming of a white Oscars, just like the one that came before, where the black actors glisten, but Oscar didn't listen. All right, folks, how are you?
You've been thinking of that one all morning. You're like,
I
oh
was-
my God,
I
it's
was-
going to be awesome.
I was singing it in the tub. Oh, and I just now came up with something on the spot. The hell with diversity, that's right. And may all your nominees be white.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Woo.
Welcome, folks. It's Oscars 2016. And they're a little white. They're a little white this year. Should we get into the controversy first?
There's not a whole lot of color.
Or should we... should we get into the controversy first, or should we just start talking? Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Hello,
elephant.
Hello, white elephant. Yeah, right. All right, before we discuss the number one, I'm happy with many of the nominees this year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's all right.
I haven't seen most of the movies, so...
And
Yay.
I do agree that there are some glaring omissions. But let's jump right into the controversy.
All right.
Because we can't do it last. Yes, I agree. There is a glaring omission of color in this year's. I mean, okay, everybody says, but Alejandro Iñárritu for The Revenant. Yeah, okay, fine. We're talking about African American.
Mm-hmm.
They're left out once again. Last year begat the controversy. I mean, the Oscars have always been, as Spike Lee says, lily white, for the most part. And that's, whatever. But it started last year with the big Selma snubs.
Mm-hmm.
Should I let you begin
ahead.
talking about Selma?
I think I talked about Selma.
Yeah, you did
on
last
the
year,
Oscars,
yeah.
so
On
people
our
know my
inaugural
opinion.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like Selma. It's a good film. Period. I didn't love it. I don't think it's amazing.
Racist!
Right. I think it's bullshit that we didn't make a movie about the guy who shot him. No, it's a good film. It's fine. It showed a human side rather than just showing him as the angelic portrayal that he usually is portrayed. Martin Luther King, I'm speaking of.
Oh,
here.
okay. I thought you were talking about
The
Tim
racist sheriff.
Tim
Yeah.
Roth or whatever.
Yeah, George Wallace. The
George
angelic.
Wallace.
Yeah. I think I just said Wallace.
Wallace.
But no, I like Selma. Selma's a good movie. I don't ever need to own it. It was like a very well acted television film. Forgive me, folks. I know everybody loves Selma, and I don't know why it's bad to say you don't, but I don't. There was controversy over, what's her name? Anna Duvray Smith. African American woman.
Yes.
Not the first chance at that to nominate her for an Oscar, and they didn't do it. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Of course
and
you would.
Right. Because, hey, I don't like the dames, and I don't like the blacks. That's what Trump calls them. I'm fine with the blacks.
The blacks.
Jesus. Anyway, no. She did a fine job. She did a competent job. She didn't do a bad job. But there was no moment in that movie where I said, oh, my God. Oh, wow. what she chose to do here is just amazing. And I think she blew a lot at
What'd
the
you
end.
want her to do? Like blow up the bridge?
Well,
when you're doing history, you can't really
move your camera a little bit there, frame something a little if you don't mind.
Can't do
Miss
anything
Smith.
spectacular,
I disagree. But and then I think she. I mean, I won't get into a Selma review here, but I think she blew.
Have MLK walk out with a submachine gun.
This
I have a motherfucking dream.
All black children and white children will sit at the table, and the white children will be slaughtered by. No, but I think she blew the big ending when they walk across the bridge, which should have been an amazing, powerful moment for anyone of any color or race. We're all a human race, but I won't get all soapboxy here. And I thought she blew the moment. She put a modern R&B song over, not the nominated song, but yet another one over it, and it just cuts to it. Anyway, I don't think she deserved it. My point is, I do think that David Oyelowo, who played Martin Luther King, was fantastic, and he deserved a nomination. I'm not sure. I would have removed Bradley Cooper and put him in. Cooper was nominated or something. But I think the danger here is okay.
Danger.
Danger, yeah. Danger, Will Smith. Danger. You're not nominated. Good. The danger here is, and I'm not talking about this year, I'm talking about last year. Okay, oh my God, how dare you, Academy? She's African American and she's a woman, and this is our first chance to nominate somebody. Well, that's not the argument. You know what I mean? If Michael Bay were Michelle Bay, an African American woman, and directed the same movies that he does now, would we be screaming for an Oscar nomination just because?
Oh, yes.
Right, of course.
Transformers would have been a way different film.
It would have been different, yeah. Oh, we're not fighting. Okay, never mind. But you know what I'm saying? Am I bringing it across at all? The argument isn't nominate her just because she's an African American woman and we can make history. The argument is, was she snubbed because she did a brilliant Oscar-worthy nomination job? I disagree. I think she did a fine job, a competent job, a job that, did okay. I don't think it was award-worthy. No, I don't. And I'm not going to nominate someone just because they're a dame or one of the blacks. No, but you know what I mean? I'm not going to just make history because, because I can. That's, sorry, folks.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good stance, don't you?
Yeah. I don't think people should be nominated they should have some talent.
Yeah.
I thought she did a great job.
She's talented. But she is talented.
You felt there was other movies that topped her, that's fine, and other people thought so as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. For lack of a better way to say it, I'm in the minority on her snub of a nomination. But no, she did a fine job. I just don't think. Like this year for The Martian, Ridley Scott did a fine job. He's one of my all-time favorite filmmakers. Everybody says he was snubbed. I'm fine with him not being nominated for this one. He did a great job. Yeah. But I'm fine with it. You didn't nominate him for Blade Runner. Fuck off, Academy. Don't give it to him for The Martian. Yeah, I'm fine. But anyway, we'll get into that. Anyway, that's my little thing on last year.
All right.
But this year, as Madeline Kahn said in Blazing Saddles, when she turned out the light and he unzipped his fly, it's twoo! It's twoo! Oh my God. Wow. I don't understand. And here's what I don't understand. Actors vote for actors, actresses vote for actresses, so on, so on, So what's going on? And then all of these people are coming out, what's going on? Well, you sons of bitches are the ones that nominated people.
Right.
So I don't understand what happened.
I think we need to take it out of their hands. Why do they get to pick? Should be like, I don't know.
Don't put it in the hands of the fucking public. Are you kidding me? And the nominees for Best Picture are Transformers, Mission Impossible, Ted 2.
Okay, well then they should have different awards. The MTV Movie Awards. I don't know.
Yeah, that's for the people. And the People's Choice Awards.
Yeah, but, some of the directors out there and some of the actors out there, I don't think, they're able to vote.
If you're a member of the Academy, you get a ballot. I know a guy who's an extra. He's been in tons of movies, and he brings me his ballot in to show me every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, even if you're an
And
extra...
do you like his taste of movies?
Yeah, he's all right.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, no. Well, I mean, like my dad always says, and Brando and George C. Scott, it's not a competition. But if you're going to nominate people, fucking nominate, I think I said this before, probably many times, probably ad nauseum, but someone said this to me once, and I agree. The Oscars should be given 3 to 5 years down the road for whatever year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said this last year.
Yeah, did I say that?
Yeah.
Because and the most glaring example for me, this is my go-to example. As of 1999, do you still think that back 5 years ago in '94, Forrest Gump was a better picture than Pulp Fiction? Or I'll even give it to you guys. Better than Shawshank?
No!
Thank you. Yeah, my point. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. I don't know. This year I think it's bad. Have you seen Compton yet?
Nope.
Okay. Compton, in my opinion, is the second most horrifying omission. It's a film, I said it in my review, it's alive. It's a film that could have been a standard cheap biopic, and they make these people human. And when I said these people, I mean the actors. I don't mean these people. But no, they make these characters human. It's a film that's alive. It's he captures perfectly a time in history when the country was a Twitter with racist views, and California almost burned to the ground. I mean, there's so much in that film, and I walked out of it and I said. At the time, I had only seen, it was August, so I said, that's the second best movie of the year next to Mad Max. It's just, I cannot believe, and trust me, I never thought I'd be saying the director of Friday and Set It Off, and boy, I hope he gets a nomination, but he did an amazing job. He went above and beyond what anybody thought, and and I'm talking his directorial choices as well. Just the way scenes were crafted and what he chose to do here and there. It's just an amazing film, and I cannot believe he's not nominated. And the film. And Larry Wilmore said this. It was hilarious. He was excited that at least Compton got Best Screenplay nomination.
Oh yeah, but they're all.
And then he looked up, and they're all white writers. So. Yeah, I don't know. That's the one of the two biggest glaring ones for me. The other one, have you seen Hateful Eight yet?
Nope.
All right.
Hey, until someone wants to pay me $50,000 a year to go watch movies, as John Cleese said in his Monty Python sketch about the silly walks. Or no, it was Michael Palin. Give me some money and I can make this a whole lot sillier.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah. Sam Jackson gave, in my opinion, a career best performance in Hateful Eight. And I cannot believe he wasn't nominated. The Hateful Eight is missing a lot of nominations, but I cannot believe Sam Jackson. One of our listeners and my good buddy who reviews movies in Quebec, Brian Lucier, I hope I'm saying it right. He'll let me know if I'm not. But he disagrees that he should be nominated because he does give a great performance, but in the Quentin Tarantino world, he's just playing another Quentin Tarantino character. I disagree. A great performance is a great performance, and in my opinion, this could be Sam Jackson's best performance. It's not iconic like Pulp Fiction was or Jungle Fever was, but I feel it's very grounded. He's not yelling all the time, and and there are moments when it's very understated and beautiful, which I can't explain here. That's another glaring omission. To a lesser extent, Creed. you can nominate up to 10 films. They nominated 8 this year, and there was no Creed or Compton. Come on, you got 2 spots. Even if you're not going to give it to them, just toss them in. Then we won't be yelling at you.
Right.
And again, I don't mean, I'm not contradicting myself. I don't mean throw them in because we need to have 2 black, directed films. I just mean they're that good. Yeah, to a lesser extent, Creed, which you still haven't seen.
Yep.
Oh my God, what the hell? It takes a formula.
Pay me to go?
No, I can't. Sorry. If you pay us both, we'll review a movie every day for the rest of our life. It breathes new life into a long dead formula, and makes it feel new again. And again, directorial choices. Yeah, it's one of the best movies of the year, in my opinion. It's that good. And Stallone's the only nominee. The score was great. I mean, he's not of color, but he's Swedish, so he's way far from of color. But no, I think that director, to a lesser extent, if they would have nominated, I can pick 5 more over him, but I would have been just fine with it because he is nomination worthy. Yeah, it's horrifying. Spike Lee's Chi-Raq, which I have not seen yet.
I haven't heard of it.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm not a big Spike Lee fan. Anyway.
Oh, we need to have a Spike Lee podcast. That'll be a great one. We need more point counterpoint. We agree a lot. That'll be Spike Lee podcast coming soon, 2016. Wow. Okay. Anywho, I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's nomination worthy. I don't know. What do you think? What is wrong?
What is wrong with
the lily white Oscars?
I don't know. Again, I don't know. They need to find a different way of picking these things. I don't know. I don't trust the people who are picking it. Yeah.
But the people who are picking it are them. Are the Clooney's and the DiCaprios and the Scorsese's.
Okay.
They all vote. They all get a ballot. They all vote.
Yeah.
Here's the downside.
We all voted for president and we had a Bush.
That's a good point.
Twice.
Two shades.
So,
I usually don't complain about getting Bush twice, but I really... Ching! That was a rim shot there. Yeah,
I don't know. Everybody has an opinion. That's the problem. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own views of how things are. I might like a movie that you don't like.
Yeah.
And, but again, who out there is qualified enough to make that decision and sit down?
No one, frankly.
Last year they nominated American Sniper. I would have walked up to whoever did that and slapped him in the face. So,
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is somewhat movie Hollywood politics as well.
Political.
You got, American Sniper, America, I got to put that in there. Or American public's going to be pissed, but we don't give a fuck about them black people. We're not going to give any of them shit.
No, the director of Selma. Fuck you, it's Eastwood. Eastwood's going in. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if there is a better way to do it. Probably not.
No, it's not. But it's just, it goes back forever.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rocky. It's one of my favorite all-time movies.
I like to see how many African-American directors do we have sitting there voting on what gets, Tyler Perry's there. He can, no, let's not listen to him.
No.
But,
maybe that's the problem.
If they have anybody else there,
Maybe that's where Tyler Perry's like, no, you should nominate at least the director of Compton. Fucking Tyler Perry. Don't listen to this asshole. Hey, Medea. Go take a leap, all right?
What, did we have Ice Cube and Drag? What was that about?
Yeah, exactly. Hallelujah. Good God. Is that not an offensive fucking character, Medea?
Oh,
Jesus. She offends me. I'm white. No, but it goes back a long time. Rocky, one of my favorite films. It's a great film. Mm-hmm. One of the best films of the 70s. Fucking... It won Best Picture and Best Director. Are you telling me that it deserved that over Network, Taxi Driver, All the President's Men, and forgive me, I can't remember the other nominee. You know what I mean? In the long run, which was the,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's long been a popularity contest, and it still is. And When is it going to stop? Like, I want some year the best picture, best director, and all the acting categories, all the winners to be in films that all flopped.
Mm-hmm.
Got good reviews, but nobody went to see. I will say Spotlight and The Room are nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Very few saw Spotlight, and nobody
Mm-hmm.
saw The Room, and she's probably going to win Best Actress. Excuse me, folks.
But I don't know. I think it also comes into your idea that they should nominate down the road. I think maybe if they had more time, to sit around and actually contemplate and be kind of like, well, let's analyze this and let's talk this out. Let's have a debate about this type of thing. I think they come down. Oh, it's Oscars time again and Golden Globes. Let's see. Here's my list.
Yeah, or they do that. I don't have time to watch all the screeners they sent me. What did the Globes nominate? All right, we'll go with that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think exactly what you said. If they had time to talk a little more and debate, I think eventually, after a few weeks, you know what? You're right. I don't think Tom Hanks deserves Best Actor for Forrest Gump. Let's give it to somebody else.
Right.
You've changed my mind. Yeah.
Why do you think, like we do here,
yeah.
why do you think Selma deserved it? Why don't you think Selma deserved it? Why do you think she deserves it or he deserves it? Why?
Yeah, give them time to talk you out of giving Sandra Bullock an Oscar for that atrocity, The Blind Side. Yeah, like give them time to come to their senses. And that is another good example of the problem. We have our favorites, our heroes and heroines, and they haven't won one yet. Well, I'm going to check the box for her this year. I don't care what her performance.
Oh, I really like her. She's it's biased. It's
like Paul Newman.
It's a lot of bias.
He deserved his win for The Color of Money. He was great, but that was his first win. Oh my God, I don't even need to list his credits. He should have had 5 or 6 already. Yeah. Right. And we've talked about makeup Oscars. Not makeup on your face, but sorry we didn't give you one last year. Here's this one. Yeah.
You needed one for this great performance, but we're going to give it to you for this mediocre one.
Yeah, exactly. Or you really deserved it for that great performance that unfortunately not a lot of people saw, but we'll give it to you for the small part in this giant hit of a movie you're in. Yeah. Yeah, both of those. And I think because I think we have a breakthrough here. I think because of those reasons that you and I both gave, I think too many makeups and this and that, and mixed with, coupled with, I hate that phrase, the lack of acceptance for Hollywood to tell black stories, of which I gather there are many. I believe each human has their own story. Yeah.
They have a history?
I
don't know about that.
I think there was some lady built a railroad underground one time. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's do another Transformers film. But I think all those things together. Yeah. Now we'll nominate a black person if they make a Transformers movie. I think all those things together, Hollywood, I think it is a shutout of the African American voice. I really do. Unless you become a big star. Denzel's a big star. He can do no wrong. Fine, he gets nominated a lot. Morgan Freeman, who seems to be pissing away the rest of his career.
You make enough money, I don't think you really need to give a shit after that anymore.
That's true. I would. I'd be like Sean Penn. He's choosy about his projects. Not so choosy about his interview projects.
I'm writing about his flagellants, but that's all right.
Yeah, I love Sean Penn, but I don't need to know how gassy he is. Jesus Christ, he already looks like he smells like farts and cigarette smoke. Jesus, and whiskey. Good Lord. I love you, Sean Penn. I don't mean to.
Well, I'm sure if you ever met him in person, you'd run right up, shake his hand. Sean Penn, I love you.
Yeah. Sean! You silly goose. Yeah. But no, it's... Last year, I kind of rolled my eyes a little. Like, all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Denzel's got Oscars, Freeman's... And there's been nominees. But now, the second year in a row, especially after such backlash, And again, I'm not saying don't nominate just because, but there are enough to populate
Right.
with African American nominees, and I don't get it. I understand the controversy. That being said, fuck you, Jada Pinkett Smith. Ha. I haven't seen Concussion. I won't because I hate Will Smith. And
Hate's a strong word.
it is a strong word. I hate Will Smith. No, he seems like a great dude. But someone told him he was a great actor once, and I don't know what happened.
He's a fun actor. He's not great
Yeah,
actor.
exactly. Independence Day, Men in Black. He's fun. He's Will Smith hanging out, doing things, fighting aliens. Don't be Ali. It didn't work. Oh my God. And don't do serious shit. Just fight aliens, zombies, and shit. Do a comedy. He's a fucking funny guy.
He's a
Do a
hilarious
comedy.
guy. Yeah.
Shit. He's very funny. No, I don't hate Will Smith as far as hating Will Smith. He's not a great actor, and he keeps trying. Concussion looks like Oscar bait. The preview. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And I have a feeling if he would have been nominated for Best Actor, which, by the way, he was at the Globes, Jada Pinkett Smith would not have put out a video lambasting the Academy. I bet she wouldn't have. That's my theory. I don't know. I don't like them. And Will Smith says he may run for office. Shut the fuck up.
What type of office?
I don't know. But here's what he said, and this is
Office Depot?
Yeah, right, please.
Office.
Here's what
Max?
he said, and this is a direct quote. America needs somebody like me to stop doing dramatic movies, is how I would finish that. Anyway, so, yeah. I'm glad he's not nominated. I haven't seen the movie. I shouldn't say that. Maybe he gives the best performance by an actor ever. I doubt it. But I'm glad he's not nominated, and I really think that if he would have been, Jada Pinkett Smith wouldn't have said shit. And the good thing about Spike Lee is he didn't mention his own movie once. He went on this tirade about diversity and mentioned the other movies. And he didn't mention his own. Jada Pinkett Smith mentioned,
Yeah.
for instance. Anyway.
For instance.
And have you seen the little Instagram video she did? She's
No.
sitting
I
poised.
haven't really cared for her very much.
I can't stand her. It's perfectly framed. She's it's so planned. If you're upset, where's my camera? Turn it on and vent.
Because really, what has she done other than 5 minutes in The Matrix, the second movie?
Yeah, she's been in
And
other
Gotham
shit.
now, and I hate her.
She's awful. I
character
love
in
Gotham. I hate her in Gotham. Yeah, I'm glad.
That's the only part of Gotham I disliked.
Yeah.
Was her character.
She was in, and actually was very good before anybody knew who she was, in Menace to Society, which I think is the best of all of those movies when they came out. It's truly a masterpiece. It really is. And she's great in it. And I'm like, I like her. She was really attractive and blah, blah, blah. And as I followed her through the years, I didn't follow her, but as I saw her through the years,
As you stalked her.
I'm like, yeah, right.
Be honest.
She's not very good. She's annoying, and she's always, she seems so phony.
Mm-hmm.
Watch that video. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
So anyway, that's our view on the controversy.
All right.
Do you agree, though? You agree that this year it is?
Yeah, it's a little bit like last year. You could kind of step to the side and go, okay.
Yeah, I think the controversy last year was about Selma exclusively.
Right. And you can, but yeah, this year it seems like.
It seems harsh, man.
You can't see the expression I just made, but
I know. That's why I laughed. You're just like, what the? Really? Not one? You sons of bitch. That was his expression. Really? Not one? Yeah. It's literally, and I mean this figuratively, it's a call to arms. Academy, do something. And everybody's getting on the Academy president, who is an African American woman.
Right.
She votes, but she's only one vote.
But is this going to make the Academy even worse? With all this controversy, now the Academy is going to be like, well, we're going to have to nominate somebody on this list.
Yeah, I don't want... Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence did a movie this year. Let's nominate Martin Lawrence. Wow. I hope everything's okay, folks. I turned up the mic volume, and boy, did it just shatter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, right, Tyler Perry. And the nominees are Medea's Holiday, Medea's Birthday, Medea's this. He does like 3 Medea movies every season.
Snakes on a Plane 2.
Yeah. I'm sick of these motherfucking white people and my motherfucking Oscar nominations. Yeah, but you're right. You know what I would do if I was any African American actor, writer, director, whatever? I'd go up to, while I'm at the ceremony. Are they invited? Are they allowed to come in? And while they're at the ceremony, I would go up to every Clooney. Hey, yeah, who'd you vote for a minute?
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the other
hey, who'd
thing.
you vote for a minute?
That's the other thing apparently that happened. I was talking about Fox and how they were saying a bunch of shit. One of their things was they shouldn't be complaining. They have BET.
Oh no! Did somebody on Fox say those words while the camera was on?
On, yes.
They shouldn't. Number one, they shouldn't complain. They have BET.
Yeah.
I know black people who hate BET. Wait, is BET still around? It's still on?
I don't know.
That's like saying, oh my god. They have VH1 Soul. What else do they need?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they shouldn't be complaining.
Oh my lord.
They have Blackish and BET. What else do they need? We gave them one show and one channel.
We gave them Larry Wilmore on TV, along with another African for the night show. We got rid of Jon Stewart.
We've got our fill for the next 5 years. We gave him 40 acres and a mule. Well, that's the black vote calling in, folks. Be quiet. Yeah, we gave him 40 acres and a mule, 3 TV shows and a station. That's it. Yeah.
What more do they want?
Good lord. I can't. Oh. And nobody's going to say anything about that. There'll be no controversy about that.
Well, that's
the
because
Fox
the
News
smart people usually don't watch Fox.
Well, that's a good point, but yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. Something's got to change. The number one thing that has to change is there needs to be more African American stories told.
Mm-hmm.
We need, and it has been said there's not an audience for African American films. What do you mean?
Yeah, really.
I about said Southern Compton. I don't know what I was. I think I was mixing South Central and Anthony's having a stroke. Straight Outta Compton was one of the biggest hits of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Star Wars big, but it made almost $200 million.
That's not bad.
A film about gangster rappers, starring and made by black people.
Mm-hmm.
Made almost $200 million.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. My wife and I went to see it on a weekday. At the first show, it was like 10:20, and it was sold out. It was packed. That movie. I could talk all day about how great. I can't wait till you see it. It is a great, great film.
Good.
But yeah, Hollywood is afraid of It's only if Denzel wants to direct something,
Right.
And I don't know.
Big named people.
Yeah, like give people a chance. You know how you get to be a big name person? By being a no name and doing a bunch of work to get your name out there, and then you're a big name.
Well,
so
I thought you were born into that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or you do St. Elsewhere and make the jump to movies. So yeah. Anyway, that's the controversy is real this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one movie based last year, which led to the conversation of it.
Right.
But this year it's in your face.
Yeah, a lot of people stepped away from it last year. I think they were a little pissed and like, yeah, that's crap. Why wasn't it? And then this year they're just like, oh,
I have a feeling
there's many more, a lot more that could be nominated that were better than last year, and they're still not nominated.
Yep,
so.
Exactly. You're right. God damn it, you're right. And let me tell you, have you seen Chris Rock's latest ad?
No.
It's funny that they let him do it, because they produce their own ads, of course, the Academy. He comes out, steps on a stage with the Oscar statuette behind him, gets some talcum powder, pours it all over his hands, and his hands are all white, and he's like, all right, let's do this. I think that's hilarious. I can't wait. My prediction is Oscar viewership will be at a near all-time low this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're calling, fuck Jada Pinkett Smith. Spike Lee and other people are calling for a boycott. And Spike Lee's serious. He is getting the Lifetime Achievement Award, which I call the Big Makeup Award because we never gave you a real Oscar.
Right.
And that goes for whoever's won it.
That's the one they always give to the African Americans.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a couple years ago, it was Sidney Poitier,
Peter O'Toole, Robert Altman, and give it to the blacks. They deserve. Yeah,
give it to Sidney Poitier, who deserves it definitely.
But he does. To be fair, he has one Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. I love his voice. But yeah, I think he won, and he could be there to make a speech, and he's like, no, I'm not going. To be fair, though, he's got his Oscar already, so he's not refusing it. But he got that before the nominations were announced. So I don't know. I think it's a lot of people are saying, "Oh, shut up, Spike Lee." No. I think it's and frankly, any African American who doesn't show up. I hope F. Gary Gray, who directed Compton, doesn't show up. Except he wants to be there to support the one nomination at least and cheer on his movie.
It's respect. We need to give more respect to people out there.
We do, and by people we mean
the African American,
and
minorities in general.
I was about to say minorities in general. Why can't there be $100 million movie made about Asian Americans or Indians? Hello, American Indians.
Right.
That's my goal. There's one, Dances with Wolves, but that's a whitewash. Anyway,
I just think they need more. We need to give a little bit more respect out there. Give it to where it's due. We can't just keep sitting in the background, being like, well, we freed that, and you're free.
All right. What more do you want?
We gave you the right to vote.
You're free. You can vote.
It's like,
done.
Yeah, you're still.
I don't know why I always have to do Trump when I'm doing that.
People still out there treating minorities as shit. So.
It's never been so in your face, Oscar-wise, as it is this year. Yeah, it's brutal. Man, it's horrible. I don't know what to do, man.
I don't either.
Anyway.
Probably why I haven't seen half these movies.
Because they're all white. So let's get into the nominees.
All right,
we can't come up with a plan, so...
Nominees, sorry.
One last thing. No, we said we were going to talk about the controversy. One last thing, though. I think I said this already, but to finalize, the controversy this year is more than deserved. There is a problem.
I agree.
It needs fixed.
I agree.
Shut up, Jada Pinkett Smith. You're not a part of this. Fuck off. And the nominees are... let's start
in the white category.
That's right. In the all-white category, it's funny, there's a line from one of Ice Cube's songs after the Rodney King riots. Not guilty, and the follow-up line is, and the all-white jury agrees. And the all-white jury nominates, let's start with supporting actor.
Supporting actor.
Or what do you want?
We can.
Okay.
I have a list here. I just need to get to where they are.
Wherever you are, let's start where you are, because you have to scroll.
No, I'm next to supporting actor rule.
Supporting actor, we have Christian Bale for The Big Short, Tom Hardy.
The
Revenant. Mark
Ruffalo
for Spotlight, Mark Rylance, and Stallone.
And I've never seen any of this movie. So
that's sad.
You saw.
I saw everything
Revenant.
but The Big Short.
Oh, okay. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I'll give you my should win, will wins.
Okay.
It's Stallone's Oscar, hands down. Then again, that's what we said about Mickey Rourke for The Wrestler.
Yeah.
It's Stallone's. Stallone's got it.
I appreciate what he's like. He said at the Golden Globes. I like that he's kind of humbling himself towards it, though, because he's not the best actor out there.
Nobody's a damn fine one.
Yeah, but it's nice that he kind of sees where he came from. He gave a shout out, to that crazy Italian character that's
what made him
well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think it's his year, and of the nominees, I'm going with Stallone.
Okay.
Yeah. A second would be Tom Hardy for The Revenant, not because I bow at the altar of Tom Hardy, and this is his year, holy shit. But he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd
be interested.
I haven't seen Big Short. I'm sure Bale is fine, but frankly, everybody in this category is great.
Yeah, on their own, they're great actors.
Oh, the African American nominee. Oh wait, no, there isn't one. Sorry. Go on. Yeah. No, but I think Stallone will get it, and I want him to get it. He's my vote.
Okay. Well,
supporting actress.
Supporting.
Why do they call them actors and actresses? We don't call them doctors and doctresses.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just make.
And what do they sometimes support? Like they put.
Sometimes supporting should be lead, and is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, I think sometimes the Academy does that. They take people who are supporting and they put them in the lead category.
Yeah, that happens. My go-to example for that one, Anthony Hopkins for Hannibal Lecter won Best Actor.
Right.
He's on screen for 16 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
16 in a 2-hour movie.
That would be a
supporting role.
Supporting.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're not moving the story along fully. You're supporting.
Yeah, like when they nominated Travolta for Best Actor and Jackson for supporting for Pulp Fiction. Okay, Travolta has a side story, but beyond that, I think Jackson's a lead role.
Yeah.
You cannot say that he is not a lead role, in my opinion.
I don't know, since that's more of kind of your chapter type story. There's multiple stories kind of thrown into one.
And Willis is the lead role.
Yeah, they all kind of combine into one. I think that's a different, machine than.
All right, just forget it.
So. I see where you're coming from.
Never mind.
I see where you're coming from.
Right.
But
yeah.
In their story.
That's true. Maybe for fiction. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so supporting actress.
Yes. Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight. I'm finally happy to see her back. Rooney Mara for Carol. Rachel McAdams, Don't Call Me Elizabeth Banks for Spotlight. I seriously get them mixed up. Kate Winslet for Jobs and Steve Jobs.
Vikander.
Thank you. I'll let you take that one. I didn't write down her last name.
I don't know if
For The Danish Girl. I have not seen Steve Jobs nor The Danish Girl.
I saw The Danish Girl.
Oh, yeah.
I saw The Danish Girl.
Meh.
Oscar fluff.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah, it looks like
Oscar
it. It looks like let's do something. Yeah.
Very big Oscar fluff. I think she was great in it.
Does she deserve a nomination?
She did a very good job. I'm tired of Eddie Redmayne's movies. The wife always becoming a. I don't know. The story kind of focuses around her and her. I'm the poor, innocent wife who everybody needs to feel sorry for. And the issue I really, really have with it is the true story is so much more interesting than they portray it. So, like, her character, she plays the wife in the film, of course. And she plays this, oh, poor me, my, husband wants to be, who she actually is. And
a woman.
And in real life, the character she plays was an outright bisexual and supported her from the start to finish. And I would have found that so much more interesting than the way that they had her play it. So, even though she did a very, very good job, I can't honestly say, yes, give it to her, because that's the only movie I saw.
You've seen more than you think. There's an argument that Daisy Ridley should have been in there instead of her. People are saying instead of her. I don't think Ridley was Oscar good.
I don't think she was Oscar girl. She's beautiful and she's talented, but she'll have plenty of opportunities down the road, hopefully, to do other things. And
at least 2 more big ones.
Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think her. Yeah, she shouldn't have been nominated.
I'm just.
This
I
coming
don't
from
agree.
me, who thinks everything's Star Wars. I saw it 4 times. That's where all my movie money went.
I'm hitting 3 this weekend, and Monday he's out of school. I think I'll catch up.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, my choice is hands down. Hands fucking down. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Really? I'd be interested. I really want to see The Hateful Eight, and she hasn't really done anything. I think Oscar worthy in a
it's been a while.
very long time.
Rooney Mara, what we were just talking about, is a lead role.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna nominate Kate, which you did, nominate Rooney as well. That's like another glaring omission, another whitewash, when Hanks was deservedly nominated for Philadelphia. And deservedly won. I have no problem with that. Denzel Washington was equally as good. I mean, every bit as good, and they both complimented each other. He wasn't even nominated, let alone supporting. And when Hanks won, he said, "This is half yours." And he was talking to Denzel. That's good. Yeah. But no, Hateful Eight, and not just because I love the movie, because she fucking deserves it. She is great in that film. She's funny, she's brutal, she's mean, she's very good. One of her best performances ever.
Excellent.
Yeah. I haven't seen Steve Jobs yet, so.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I hear Winslet's amazing. I don't want him to give it to her because she's Kate Winslet. You know. Anyway. Best original screenplay?
Yeah.
All right. And the nominees are
Bridges of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, Spotlight, and Straight Outta Compton.
All right.
So I saw Ex Machina and Inside Out of those two.
I don't know what to do here because that's a damn good category. I would have to say either Spotlight or Straight Outta Compton.
Okay. Like I said, I haven't seen them. I've seen Ex Machina. I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Inside Out, I don't think it was Pixar's.
I don't think best screenplay worthy.
So that's Pixar or DreamWorks?
Pixar.
Pixar's strongest of their...
It's a great film, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think screenplay worthy at all.
No.
But it's kind of cool to see a Pixar movie nominated for best screenplay. I don't know. At the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, but
yeah,
I don't think it lives up to the caliber of their other...
I agree.
So.
I like it, but yeah, I agree. It's nice to see Ex Machina in there.
Like I said, I thought that was an interesting concept.
Yeah, it's good. Until the last, 15 minutes.
I don't know. It had to come from somewhere, and you kind of get the same...
That's true, yeah.
It's
nice to see it because nobody went to see it. It was well thought of and well reviewed. I didn't. Yeah, I missed it. Bridge of Spies is fine. I have no problem with that. Co-written by the Coen brothers.
Plus, Ex Machina had two characters from stars from
that's a good point.
Come on.
Still kind of in the same kind of antagonistic role. Yeah. Only flipped. Adapted. So yeah, but I think they're going to give it to Spotlight. A, they don't have the balls to give it to Compton, and the other three are as strong as Spotlight. So I think they're going to give it to Spotlight. Spotlight.
Hopefully, I'll see some of these before we do the actual these ones.
Spotlight's back, by the way.
We'll see.
It's at the AFI and a few other theaters are showing a lot of the nominees that have already been gone are back.
Okay.
Like I'm hoping Steve Jobs comes back. I'd like to see that.
I would too. I saw the Ashton Kutcher one.
Why?
Because it was good.
No, it wasn't.
I liked it.
I watched it on cable.
It was more of a TV.
It was really,
movie.
But it was badly done, I think, and he was terrible. He was horrible.
I thought he didn't do that bad of a job. He played kind of the arrogant, me, and I thought the guy who played Wozniak,
I think. Is that Jonah Hill in this movie?
It's not. Yeah, I think it's Jonah Hill in this movie.
And Steve Jobs, yeah.
But it was.
Can't think of that guy's name.
The Book of Mormon, Frozen.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of his name.
What the hell's his name?
I don't know that guy.
I thought he did good. I didn't think it was that bad. It was interesting enough. But I really want to see this one and see if,
Yeah. I can't believe I missed it. But
quality.
They pulled it. Fucking studios are saying, well, why didn't my film get nominated? It wasn't making money, so they pulled it early. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Whether a movie makes money or not, when it's nominated, it fucking goes through the roof at the box office. At least for like 3-4 weeks.
Well, they're recycling scripts and storylines like crazy. It's like everybody's coming out with the same movie we saw last year.
Eastwood's Unforgiven, which swept the Oscars that year. Fairly deservedly. Its Final Take It came out in like November or something.
Mm-hmm.
Its final take was like 75, 80 million.
Right.
Then it was nominated for the Oscars. Then it won the Oscars. I think it made something like 200 plus million, you know. So sometimes the Oscars will help you. Yeah. So, no, I think they're going to give it to Spotlight, and I have no problem with that. Please have some balls and give it to Straight Outta Compton, except then you get the 4 white guys up there who wrote it, accepting.
Thank you for watching our movie about black oppression.
And we grew up on NWA. We had to sneak and listen to it because in the Hollywood Hills, our parents wouldn't let us. So, I think they'll give it to Spotlight. Best Adapted Screenplay.
Best Adapted Screenplay. So we have The Big Short, Brooklyn, Carol, The Martian, and Room. I want to see most of those. I've seen The Martian.
You saw The Martian.
Saw The Martian.
I haven't seen The Big Short. I hear that's the one to beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what the Academy's going to give it to.
I heard Brooklyn's good.
I was going to say, I hear Brooklyn's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But for me, I've only seen 4 of them. I haven't seen The Big Short. Carol.
Yeah, but
Carol.
I wanted to see
It's
Carol.
Beautiful
I heard Carol
film.
was very good. I wanted to see that over The Danish Girl.
Yeah. As well, yeah.
I probably should have.
It'll be back. No, Carol is just strikingly beautifully written.
Mm-hmm.
Just a beautiful. These are real people having real conversation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this Todd Haynes, the director, who we'll get to his snub in a few minutes, it creates this dreamlike world. So it's how he directs it, but yet roots it in reality. Yeah, it's so good. But we're talking about screenplay. It's wonderful. I go with Carol. The Martian, I love The Martian.
I love The Martian.
I just
don't.
I give it 3.5 stars. Yeah.
I think there's other elements of it that make it good, and
Well,
the concept of it, yes, even though it's kind of creative, it's not all that different
yeah, exactly.
than your normal sci-fi movie.
Like we used to make fun of, it's the next Ashley Judd with a gun movie in the 90s. Now it's the new Matt Damon's Lost and We Have to Save Him movie. It's the third fucking one. Jesus. Anyway. Best Original Score. Thomas Newman, the first Spielberg movie since Color Purple that has not had a John Williams score, because John Williams was a little busy scoring a little something else. Thomas Newman for Bridge of Spies. Carter Burwell for Carol. I only wrote down his last name. Johansson for Sicario. And John Williams for Star Wars. And a little guy called Ennio Morricone for The Hateful Eight. That's my will and want.
Really?
Morricone. I'm not being biased because he is the greatest living film composer of all time ever on the planet until the planet explodes or implodes.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. As QT said in his acceptance of his Globe that he won, he's also his favorite composer over Bach. That's a little much. But Morricone is a genius, and this is another great, very understated. You expect a Tarantino Western, Morricone, you're going to get all the spaghetti. No, you don't. Wow. It's almost like a thriller music. It's wonderful. It's understated. It's a great score. He will get it, and I want him to get it.
Okay. Yeah, and I have to bow out a little bit because, again, I could get very, very biased. Episode 7 was the only one I've seen out of all of them, and, I could instantly go, it's John Williams, yes, John Williams. But I haven't heard any of the others, and I could know that I got to step away and go, yes, but John Williams played half of the same stuff he played in the other one. Other movies, so,
Yeah. I know.
No.
I understand. That's
I'd be
fine.
interested. I really want to see The Hateful Eight. I want to see what that.
Sorry, folks.
So.
Yeah. You should. It's still in 70 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. $20 a ticket, but it's worth every penny. I don't
say you've been giving me more, paying more attention to the scores lately. I fell off after, the early 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. I've kind of fallen off, but...
A great score can be a character.
Yeah, you've gotten me back into really kind of taking in the score as well, especially when it's a score and not just a soundtrack.
You know what I always tell people? The opening sequence of Raiders, once he takes the thing off and everything starts crumbling and the big ball behind him. Take the music out and watch that scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've really kind of like last night we started watching. We watched the Sorcerer's Stone because of course the late Alan Rickman.
Yes.
So we started watching those again, and it was the music really plays a role and really.
Was he still doing it then, Williams?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. That was the third one? Second one?
First one.
Or the first one. Sorry, I get the titles confused.
Yeah, we started with the first one.
Then that's definitely Williams.
So, you still get that. So thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. So keep it up, and then another year or so we'll have a show on film scores.
Film scores. Yeah.
All right. So it's Morricone's year. Best actor.
Best actor. Who do we have in the best actor category? Leading role. So we have that's actresses. We have Bryan Cranston in Trumbo. I haven't even heard of that movie.
What? It's about Dalton Trumbo. Anyway, go on.
I don't know.
Who's Dalton Trumbo was a screenwriter who got blacklisted during the communist. He was and Kirk Douglas famously.
McCarthy era type place, yeah.
And Kirk Douglas famously he wrote the screenplay to Spartacus.
Oh, okay.
And Douglas produced that movie, and it was basically his baby. And he said, "Well, what name am I going to use, Kirk?" And Kirk's like, "Dalton fucking Trumbo." And Kirk was the first one to make a public stand against
the whole McCarthy
and
era.
then nobody had to use fake names after that.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then I want to see that. But
yeah.
Who does he? Bryan Cranston plays the.
He's Trumbo.
Lead in that.
Yeah.
And then you have Matt Damon from The Martian.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio from The Revenant.
Yep.
Which I heard he did a very good
job. Yep.
Michael Fassbender and Steve Jobs.
I can only assume.
I don't know. I mean, he looks like he does the role pretty darn well, but I don't think Michael Fassbender all the time is like.
I think he's a great actor, but I haven't seen the movie, so I can't speak.
When I think of him.
Really? Oh, I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I really do, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he's really done any roles that make me go, "Oh my God, I gotta keep an eye on this guy."
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
You need to see Hunger, or 12 Years a Slave. Holy shit! He just mouthed, "I still haven't seen it." Oh my God. Anyway.
And I have it on Apple TV too. I just gotta actually click it.
Yeah. And to be truthful, that's one that you can't, like we say a lot about different movies. You can't just, let's watch a movie tonight.
Well,
okay.
That's the thing.
Get some nachos and some pretzels and let's pop on 12 Years a Slave.
That's how I am a lot of the times.
No, I know. You have to be in the mood.
I really need to be in a mood to see some movies, and sometimes I think, "Ooh, I really want to see it. I know it's going to be a really good movie," but then I, have to step back and go,
Do I want
to have that type of emotion right now?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm already feeling kind of down, and I need to pick me up.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So I'm gonna watch me a, Martin Lawrence movie. No, just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Say what?
I think they have white girls on instant. What? No, what? No,
that's the way I feel about Bridge of Spies. I saw Bridge of Spies in its last couple weeks in theaters. It's Spielberg. It's written by the Coens. It's about a great and amazing time in history, and it looks fantastic, and it was. But do I want to see it this way? No, I'm not in the mood. You got to be in the mood.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah, you just can't.
But 2 years has gone by.
Can't just go into Roots. Let's put that on tonight.
Yeah.
What?
Let's see. Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, or Schindler's List? Which one?
Let's do Schindler's List. Yeah. Let's do that one.
So anyway, of this category.
And then we have Eddie Redmayne from The Danish Girl.
Fuck Eddie Redmayne. And here's the thing. He's a good actor.
He's a brilliant actor.
He did not deserve to win last year for Steve Jobs. Actually, he didn't play Steve Jobs. He played Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. Steve Jobs. That would have been interesting.
Right.
But I don't know.
He did not deserve his win. He did not deserve his nomination. And don't get me started on that movie in general. But
sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, thumbs down.
The movie, I will definitely say no. His what's her name? Who's Rogue One? Felicity Jones, definitely blah.
Oh,
but I thought
God.
Eddie Redmayne did an excellent job.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem with the Danish Girl is he again did another transformation type piece,
which is fine.
Which is good, but it's getting a little tiring. And again, I think he could have played it a lot better than he did. And for a movie that's supposed to be, revolutionary towards transgender, I don't know. I don't think he did it justice.
Well, they say you can see him acting in this one.
Well, I think he tries a lot, because in the very beginning of the movie, he's very... They're trying to distinguish his male persona from the female.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with it is the beginning of... They make it more in the movie as, like, almost he's schizophrenic. Like, the two people, like his male side and his female side, are separate.
Like, they don't know how to bring it off cinematically? Or just a bad script decision?
I don't know necessarily. Maybe a bad script decision. Because, like, in the beginning, he's, like highly sexual with his wife. Like, he can't let her go off to work. He needs to have sex with her. And, he's male. And
So
then
all of fantasy.
And then, well, it's not
that's a
reality,
joke, folks. No, I know.
In terms of, the actual people that they're making this movie about. But then, he starts transitioning, this is who I am, starts wearing, women's clothing, blah, 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 blah. And I think in the beginning of it, he's even his accent is more kind of like, I'm, and as they progress into the female persona that he is, he gets, more comfortable and really kind of comes out, and I think that's where his performance shines. The more I talk about the movie, I really don't know. I don't think I liked it, especially after reading about the real people and what they changed.
Well, critics aren't even being that kind to it. They're saying it's all right, good acting, and kind of a snooze fest.
Now, for what it should have been doing towards transgender people and bringing it to light, I really don't think it didn't do the job that it should have. I really would have loved to see a movie based on more realistic to the two people. It would have been, the characters are so much more interesting.
I think sometimes, and I haven't seen it, but sometimes certain people, and I like the director, Tom Hooper, King's Speech, Les Mis.
Right.
Russell Crowe, awesome. But I think sometimes they try too hard to make something cinematic that it loses. Like you said, you would have liked to have known more and seen more about what really went on. And I think a lot of times that gets lost in making it cinematic.
And with Tom Hooper, he makes very visually beautiful movies.
He does.
And if you go in there with that idea that, okay, well, let me see what Tom Hooper is good at. Yeah. It's very beautiful. It's a very stunning looking movie. But
I hate this term, but it looks, and we already talked about it, it looks like, just from the very first time I even heard about it, Oscar bait. Yeah. Like, are you doing this to tell the story? Or are you doing this, boy, we're going to blow them away this year?
Yeah. It was very, very much Oscar bait, Oscar fluff.
Yeah. Well.
So, it had its moment, but I like Eddie Redmayne as a actor.
No, he's good.
Definitely not for this. I'm more excited to see him in the Harry Potter, the Beasts movie.
I'm sick of reboots. I gotta admit, I cannot get, or not reboots, but
that's just,
it's a prequel.
Well, it's a separate book that she wrote during Harry Potter. It's not like.
Yeah. I confess, after like part 4, 5, I like the rest of the Harry Potters, but. It started spinning its wheels a little bit for me, yeah.
But that's not like she decided, from all the fame, let's go back and
write
this.
It's fine, and we've said this before. Yeah. If you have another story to tell,
they were books that were written during, while the other ones were being written as supplement material.
That's fine.
That really wasn't, I think, something you can make into a movie, but they're making it into a movie. I'm just saying.
I have a hard time
I would
getting
be rather.
excited about it.
I'm more excited to see his performance in that
Than the Danish Girl.
than what he portrayed in the Danish Girl.
Yeah. And I fear that he's going to get stuck. It's like already you're doing another film of, not of this type, but for lack of a better way to say it. You know?
The transition.
You went from the theory of everything to the Danish Girl.
Yeah.
You know.
And he plays a very beautiful.
I was going to say, he looks great.
Woman in it.
He looks better than he does as a guy.
And he does a great job. My sister-in-law went to Bryn Mawr College, and she was part of the Shakespeare acting troupe. And they did a lot of Shakespeare, and since it's an all-women's school, they all played men in various roles.
That's the way it used to be.
And
the other way around.
And it got to the point they were very, very good to where, towards the middle of, you didn't see them as women. They,
Right.
you were like, oh, this is a woman playing a man. And he did a very, very good job in that transition. It didn't look like it was just a guy in drag. It was somebody who, honestly was a woman.
Right.
And that's who they were. And he did a good job in that transition. But Oscar worthy, I would have to probably step away and say,
no,
he didn't deserve it for that.
Well, here's the thing, and then I'll tell you who my will and want.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
He was great in The Martian.
Oh, he was hilarious.
He was excellent. And I mean, one of his best performances. However, he played it like Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't agree with his nomination.
Yeah. No, I liked him in that as well. I thought he was very, very funny. Yeah. I like Matt Damon.
I love Matt Damon.
He seems like a guy that you can...
I'm fucking Matt Damon. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
He seems like a guy that would be awesome to hang around with, and kind of he's funny and kind of a well-rounded guy, and he's a good actor.
Unlike his buddy. And I haven't seen Trumbo.
Best actor.
Not at all. Not at all. I disagree. I haven't seen Trumbo, but I'm not the biggest Bryan Cranston fan.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's good. He's a good actor. He's fine. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm not the biggest Breaking Bad fan.
Oh wow.
It's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the iconicness of it. I never did.
Mm-hmm.
He got annoying after a while. He played it one way through the entire series, and I hated the Jesse character. I wanted them to kill him off. I couldn't stand him. I hate that guy.
Jesse character. Oh, Jesse. Pinkman.
He was always saying Jesse.
Jesse, call it like everybody a bitch.
Yeah.
You could make it a drinking game.
The one that everybody loves.
Like
I fucking wanted him to die.
The thing about, and this isn't a show on Breaking Bad, the great thing that they did about that show, and I think what made it so popular, is like the same thing they did with The Sopranos. His character in it is terrible. It is absolutely bad. He is a bad person.
We root for him.
And yes, but you end up feeling sorry for him and rooting for him. You're rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah, right.
He's a terrible individual. And then they make the wives like Sopranos. It's the same formula. The wife who you should be going, yeah,
get
you
the fuck
should
out.
be pissed off at your husband. He's doing some
complicit
bad shit.
Yeah.
They either A, become complicit, but you hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, oh God, I hate his wife. And the same thing with Soprano, I hate his wife.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why do you hate her? If
Sony.
She's the one that's like, yes, your husband's dealing meth and
Carmela.
killing people.
Sony.
But that's what they try to do. They try to get you to like despise, and these actresses get hate mail for a character that honestly you should be like, yeah, you should be gathering your son and your family and getting away from him.
Right.
But you feel sorry for that character, and that's what Breaking Bad did. You love this character so much, even though he's such
I agree with that.
An asshole.
But I remember, and again, this isn't a Breaking Bad show, but quickly, my wife binge watched it. She said, "They're right." And then when I finally had time to get into it, I watched all of season 1
Mm-hmm.
in a few days. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's a lot of boring episodes.
Did you watch all of them?
Hold on, wait. Yeah, I've
okay.
seen the whole series.
Okay.
And then she said, "Really? You wouldn't hook? Okay, wait. Season 2, wait." And I watched the first 3, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And she said, "No. Season 2, it takes a few. Man, when you get to the middle, you're not gonna be able to." So I finished season 2.
You're
Still not.
And
then I think it was season 3 had an episode where they're trying to catch a fly. The whole episode, they're trying to catch a fucking fly.
Well, he was inside the meth lab.
No, I know, but and it's supposed to be this existential look at what we're doing here episode. I hated it, and she said, "Well, don't let that episode because this season, wow, you won't be able to." So by then I'm in season 5. I'm like, this show is overrated, and then I slugged to the. It took me like 6 months to watch it.
You got into the hype of it. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is the best show ever."
Well, if it's good,
and you
I'll
sit
agree.
Down, yeah, but I think there's something to like people hyping something up to the point where you're like, it's good.
I agree. Yeah, it's fine. I wouldn't have nominated him.
Crazy?
I wouldn't have nominated anything. He won like 9,000 awards, and the show won. It was all right. I could never, ever, ever sit through it again. Yeah. She watched the last 3 seasons with me, and she had just done it a few months ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I couldn't.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought you did a very, very good. I loved Saul. Saul was great.
Saul's great. The show sucked. We both bowed out of that one.
Oh, really? I never started watching it.
No, he was great. I like him.
I like Bryan Cranston. He's one of those actors. He can do funny.
I agree. I like him. He's okay. Yeah,
he's a great character actor.
He's good in Godzilla.
Haven't seen for like the 3 minutes he was at. Again, is he Oscar worthy for his portrayal?
I don't know.
I don't know because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But
well, here's the thing. None of this matters. Do you know why?
Because you are pretty set on Leonardo DiCaprio.
Whether I want to or not, and I do, because he gave the best acting performance of the year, lead. It's his year. If I tell you, if he does not win it, the Academy hates him. It's that simple.
Stepped back into the.
It's the Peter O'Toole and Paul Newman days.
I was gonna say like What's Eating Gilbert Grape acting style. He's finally pulling his acting out again.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You can see that he has talent.
Up until this movie, I thought, Wolf of Wall Street. I said it that year too. I'm like, it's his. It's his. That is a daring and brilliant performance. There's no fucking way. And he lost. So, but this is the same thing. It's daring. It's visceral. It's it's so many things. And he does most of it without a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, because he kind of tends to do the same type of characters in his.
I agree / disagree at the same time. Yeah,
and it's good to see him because he does some really, really good acting, and it's good to see when he does that. So
he's one of our finest actors, and I wish he'd stop doing shit with Baz Luhrmann. Because The Great Gatsby sucked.
I love Baz Luhrmann. I haven't seen The Great Gatsby.
I love the Moulin Rouge. I love the Moulin Rouge, and I like Romeo and Juliet. But The Great Gatsby can suck an egg.
Yeah, well, I loved
that was
pretty
terrible.
much all of them. He started going maybe a little bit.
I haven't seen Australia.
Down for Australia, though it was still good. Way too long for what it was. But I mean, Strictly Ballroom. That was
okay.
I love Strictly Ballroom.
Yeah. That's it, right? That's all he's
Moulin
done.
Rouge, R&J, and then.
So that's how we refer to R&J. Yeah.
Well, there's so many Romeo and Juliets out there. I instantly think Romeo and Juliet. I think of the old one,
Franco Zeffirelli. Yeah.
So that's R&J to me.
And then
Australia was good.
I haven't seen.
I don't think to the caliber of the
I'm
other
scared
one.
to. I am fucking terrified to watch Australia.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
I saw
the
preview. I don't know. Kidman's talking to some little child. Let me tell you the story of the beginning. Oh no! I'm scared. No.
But I haven't seen Great Gatsby yet.
But anyway, this is again. I said it with Wolf of Wall Street. But this is DiCaprio's year. It's now his finest performance. It's amazing. He has to get it. He has to get it.
Yeah.
If anybody in this category gets it beyond him, there's danger of Damon because it's so popular and it's a popularity contest. But I think it's pretty much a lock for DiCaprio.
I like Damon. I think he did a great job.
He did, but I don't think he played it like Matt Damon.
Like DiCaprio, he did a great job in The Aviator.
I thought he was fantastic. He should have had an Oscar for that.
I thought, that was a great performance of Howard Hughes.
Yeah, it was.
And then he goes
his
and
little ticks.
Does the what was it, Skull Island or whatever it was called?
Shutter Island.
Shutter
That
Island.
was a damn good movie. It wasn't Oscar worthy.
Decent, but it was predictable.
He wasn't nominated for that one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he does a role.
Yeah,
he shows that he has real good acting, and then he picks another role that I don't.
No, I think if Martin Scorsese
quality.
came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm doing some kind of psychological thriller," I'm in.
Well, I think
don't
he
you want
does
to read
it
the
mostly
script?
because
No.
it's Scorsese.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't
It's
you
like-
want to hear about it? Nope, sign me up.
It's like Tom Hanks and Spielberg. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, Tom Hanks, I have a script for you. Okay, I'll do it. I think it's the same with
Let me tell you what it's
DiCaprio.
about. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's Scorsese. Hey,
Yeah, I was
Leonardo,
gonna
I got another one for. All right, sign me up.
There's a lot of directors like that for me. Even though, Anyway,
So
so yeah, it's his year. It's
right.
his fucking year.
I'll be interested in seeing that film.
Best actress.
Actress in leading role, we have Kate Blanchett for Carol.
Ding 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 ding
That's
ding
who you
ding.
think is good? I don't know. There's
that's who I want.
Many rules.
That's not who I think is gonna get it.
Really. There's many rules I think she deserves.
You know how the Oscars are, except
have
with Tom
gotten.
Hanks. Well, she just had one. So, anyway, go on.
Brie Larson. Brie Larson, whatever. Brie Larson for The Room. Jennifer Lawrence for Joy. Charlotte Rampling, 45 years, and
Saoirse.
that one.
Saoirse.
Saoirse Ronan.
I
for
think.
Brooklyn.
I think Kate Blanchett should take home this award, but of the nominees. But it's bullshit that Rooney Mara, who gave an equally great performance, is shifted off to supporting when she's an equal lead role. Jennifer Lawrence, I haven't seen Joy. Again, Oscar bait from the director of the brilliant and still my favorite movie of that year, American Hustle, but the overrated, I don't even like it that much, Silver Linings Playbook. And this looks more Silver Linings Playbook than American Hustle.
They had a lot more faith in Silver Lining than
Jesus.
it turned out to be.
Yeah.
And does this have Bradley Cooper in it?
Yep, it's got them all. De Niro, Bradley Cooper. They're all in it.
Why does Bradley Cooper and her have to be in like every movie together now?
Well, only if they're working with David O. Russell.
I'm surprised he's not in the Hunger Games. He just like, showed up like. I think Jennifer Lawrence is a cutie, but
I think she's also a great actress. She deserved her Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook, I think. And American Hustle,
I think she did a much better job.
I agree. Well, a deeper character.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Joy. I don't know. She probably deserves it. I hope she's not turning into the new Meryl Streep. By that I mean, oh, did she take a dump? Let's nominate her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing the dishes? Let's nominate her. You know what I mean?
Well, Hollywood's gone to giving like people fucking their little nicknames now. It's like J-Law.
Yeah. I hate it. She's
I guess
so
it was
much
at
more than that.
the Golden Globes
With her and Schumer.
With her and Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
A-Shum.
A-Shum, yeah. Charlotte Rampling, who has deserved an Oscar for decades now for a movie that I don't think anybody has seen. 45 years. It's a little British film. And Saoirse, I think.
Sometimes those British films can be...
They come back. No, I'm not dogging it.
good.
I'm just saying it hasn't got a wide release.
Yeah.
It will now.
Yeah.
But and Saoirse, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, for Brooklyn. Here's my... Brie Larson has got this hands down.
Yeah.
The Room is a very good movie. Should have been more heartbreaking than it was. The trailer will make you almost cry. And then the movie itself...
Yeah, but the Theory of
doesn't
Everything almost
fully
did
live
that too for me, and it turned out to be a...
Theory of what?
Theory of Everything almost did that for me too.
Oh, I cried all right when I left that movie.
And the movie didn't do justice.
No, it did not to anything, movies or anything. But Brie Larson's performance is fantastic. Number one, you're like, who is this chick?
Mhm.
And she gives this. I mean, I've seen a few small indie films, but she gives a. Oh, she's so good. I will have no problem with her winning. My personal pick,
Would
Kate
be
Blanchett
Kate
for
Blanchett.
Carol, who is amazing, or Saoirse, I think,
Mhm.
for Brooklyn. She's
Yeah.
wonderful too. So I have a problem with no one unless
Yeah.
it's Lawrence, who I'm sure is fine.
Yeah. Kate Blanchett always does an awesome job, though.
She's never let me down, and this is one of her top 2 or 3, I'd say.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Best director. Director. Wait, let's save that for a second.
Okay.
Let's just do a few more, and then we'll get to the big one.
Okay.
And then we should wrap up. Cinematography.
Well, we have 2 big ones we gotta do.
Yeah. That's what she said. Best cinematography.
All right.
And the nominees are
Carol, The Hateful Eight, Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, and Sicario.
my pick. Every fucking one of them.
Every single one.
Holy shit! What a loaded category. And it's funny with all the others. It seems weird that and Carol, but like I said earlier, it is beautifully shot. This guy, that's the way he makes. Did you see Far From Heaven with Julianne Moore? That's the way he makes movies. Yeah. And I'm Not There. He's just a masterful behind the camera guy. His vision. I love Todd Haynes.
Yeah.
Here, I honestly, whoever they want is fine with me because each and every one of those are perfect for cinematography. My heart belongs to Mad Max. I want it to win everything it can because it's not going to win Best Picture.
Main one I saw, so.
It won't win Best Picture, but I whatever. Just go with it.
Any one of them.
Whatever you like. I think they're going to give it to The Revenant.
Really?
And rightfully so. Again, it doesn't matter who. They're all rightfully so, yeah. And you have seen none of those.
I have seen.
Oh, you saw Mad Max, so
Yeah,
there
I saw
you go.
Mad Max.
Yeah. I just recently rewatched Mad Max. God, still, I've seen them all now, all the big ones. Still the best movie of the year, hands down.
Yeah.
Best animated film, Anomalisa,
I haven't really seen any of the animated.
Inside Out, Boy in the World, Shaun the Sheep, and When Marley Was There.
Yeah, I saw Inside Out.
I saw Inside Out, Anomalisa, and Shaun the Sheep.
See, it's good for you.
I'm sorry. I have not seen Anomalisa yet.
So you have a young child where you can warrant going to see these movies.
I saw him before I had a young child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm saying I went to animated movies.
Yeah, but I think they're more on your radar. Like,
Yeah.
I saw Inside Out because it was a Pixar movie.
Well, yeah, and it looked good though. I mean, what a
cute.
great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Shaun the Sheep was what it is. It's fine. I think they were just hurting for Oscar nominees here. Anomalisa is supposed to be a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's from the guy who wrote. He directed this as well. The guy Charlie Kaufman, being John Malkovich, adaptation. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
American Splendor.
No.
What am I?
But he wrote.
Thinking?
I don't know. But he won the Oscar for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But it's a movie about a relationship, like a serious adult film, done with puppets, puppetry, stop motion,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be brilliant. Yes, it's animated. I'm not sure it's fair that it's put in this category. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
So I guess I'm going with Inside Out here. We have to.
Well, I'm hoping that they got some. These other ones are good. When Marnie was there, or I'd be interested in seeing them. But Inside Out was the one I saw, and like I said, it wasn't the strongest Pixar movie.
No, it wasn't. But guess what? It's a Pixar movie, ergo that's what they're going to give the Oscar to.
Mm-hmm.
A Pixar movie, as far as I can remember, has not lost.
Yeah, because what was the DreamWorks movie? Because I even think the DreamWorks one this year.
Did they have one?
Like, fell off the.
Oh, the Good Dinosaur. Was that DreamWorks? That was Pixar.
Yeah, I thought DreamWorks had one.
I don't think they had one because Kung Fu Panda's coming out in next week.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm not sure they had one.
Maybe they didn't. I thought they had one.
But Inside, I mean, whatever. It's not a very exciting category this year.
I'll be interested to see the other ones to give an opinion on it. Because, yeah.
All right, 3 more here. Oh, no, let's not do Best Documentary, because guess what? I've seen one of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the docs.
Never mind.
I usually like documentaries.
But by the way, regardless of what I have or haven't seen, they're giving it to Amy. Because she's dead and celebrated.
Of what?
Amy. The documentary about Amy.
Which one's that?
Documentary about Amy Winehouse. It's called Amy. It's nominated.
Oh, I'm looking at short.
Oh, I'm like, hello.
I was like, I don't know any of these.
Best Director. Adam McKay for The Big Short. George Miller for Mad Max. Alejandro Iñárritu for The Revenant. Lenny Abramson for Room. Todd McCarthy for Spotlight. F. Gary Gray for Straight Outta Compton. And Ryan Coogler for Creed. Oh, sorry. That's my real world. Yeah.
Spaces for it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Again, I haven't seen The Big Short. Spotlight is brilliantly directed, and he deserves his nomination, but not over F. Gary Gray for Compton, who did something extraordinary with something normal.
Right.
Spotlight is an excellently directed, written, acted. It's probably my second, third, fourth. It's in my top 5 of the year. It's an amazing film. It's brilliant. And I will say this, my favorite movie about journalism is All the President's Men. It's right under there. It's the second best movie about journalism ever made. And I compare it to that because A, it's so real, and B, All the President's Men works so well, and we know the outcome, and it's still thrilling and heartbreaking to watch, as is Spotlight.
Yeah. What was Spotlight about again?
About the Boston newspaper that broke the sex scandal of the priesthood.
Oh, yeah.
And it just kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing.
It does look pretty darn good.
It's an amazing film. But of this category, do I even need to say it?
Are you thinking George?
Dr. George, he's a doctor. Dr. George Miller, yes. It's a tight race between him and Alejandro, I believe. Because The Revenant is just brilliantly directed, and I mean that. But if you don't give it to Miller, please give it to Iñárritu. But I really think the Academy is going to throw a bone, and Miller's going to get it.
Well, he's a phenomenal director.
He is a phenomenal. I mean, look what he did with that.
I know. And you can go from something like Babe to
to
Mad Max.
You do 4 Mad Max films or 3 Mad Max films. You do a serious drama, Lorenzo's Oil, about a kid dying and the parents trying to. Then you have this almost half a decade break where you do nothing, and then you do Babe. Well, he co-wrote and produced the first one, then directed the second one. Babe 2, Pig in the City. Then you have another. You're gone for a decade.
Right.
Then you come back with Happy Feet, which I don't love, but at least he has an Oscar.
Yeah, it's very cute. I liked Happy Feet.
It's okay. And then you're gone another decade, and you come back with this.
Yeah.
He's got to get it.
Yeah.
It's between him and Iñárritu, but I think the Academy are really going to recognize him. I haven't seen The Big Short. We talked about Spotlight.
Yeah.
The Room. It's a very good film. He did fine. It's like Selma. I liked it a lot. He did a good job. Near a great job. Not Oscar worthy. Sorry. Don't know why he's nominated. Think they wanted to throw it another bone. But no, I think it's Miller's year. It has to be. God damn it.
Cool.
But
like I said, I want to see the other ones to give a
Yeah.
Unbiased opinion, since that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah. But I will have. I think it'll be a crime if any of these other guys win over Miller. It won't be a crime if Iñárritu wins, because he deserves it as well. They tied in I believe it was 68. Katharine Hepburn for Lion in Winter and Streisand for Funny Girl or Lady, which girl came first.
Yeah.
And they tied them, and they gave them both out. Can we do that this year? Because they truly both deserve
Do
it.
they really do that anymore?
No, that's the one and only time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, I think a few years ago, like a foreign language short tied or something. I remember 2 sets going up. But yeah.
They need to do that a little bit more.
They need to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And the best actor goes to Leonardo DiCaprio and blah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then if they did ties, they could nominate African Americans, and we could get 1 each.
There you go.
Or how about just the goddamn best actor of the year? Anyway, regardless of color or creed. Well, not regardless of creed, because we want creed in there. All right.
I was going to say, was that a Florida?
A little backhanded. Best Picture, folks. This is it. This is the big one. This is the one that always causes me to scream at my television.
There's quite a lot of them.
And
again, they couldn't.
There's 2 spots left.
Yeah. So The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max, The Martian, Revenant. So I just want to say the Reverend. That must be a religious movie, I don't know, that's out there somewhere. Room and Spotlight. So again, I've seen Mad Max and I've seen The Martian.
Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? I already said it. Mad Max, Fury Road, best film of the year, hands down.
From what you've seen, Mad Max is still above.
Oh yeah, I've seen everything but The Big Short. Mad Max.
I love The Martian. Best picture quality, I don't know about.
Yeah, I disagree. Yeah. And a lot of people said that Ridley Scott was snubbed. Yeah, he did a great job, and he's one of our finest directors for best director. Mm-hmm. He's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. He's not in it. Yeah. Here's the thing.
I like to see Matt Damon get a comedy award for his role.
That's what I like. And The Martian won the Golden Globe for best comedy or musical.
Yeah, I would like to see him get something for that, but yeah.
Best comedy or musical?
Yeah.
What the fuck were the Golden Globes thinking?
I don't know. It had a pretty
There's
good
humor
soundtrack.
in it. It's not a comedy.
Yeah.
It's not. Nobody broke in. He didn't say, "I'm alone on Mars." I'm alone on Mars. Yeah. What will I do?
Well, that would have been score or soundtrack or whatever. I think it had a great soundtrack.
It did, but that doesn't make it a musical.
Yeah,
a musical is people singing songs instead of dialogue.
Not a musical. Especially when you think
it's a drama.
Decays, but that would be a Tony. So
Decay.
Yeah, George Takei. He's doing a musical on Broadway right now. But that would be a Tony.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sony.
Do we even have musicals this year? Do we have any musicals?
I don't think so.
We had Into the Woods was last year.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I hear it sucks. No, I don't think we had a musical.
Yeah, I don't think we had any real musicals this year. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, who gives a shit? No, here's the thing. When I tell people by now, what's your pick for best? And I'm like, Mad Max, still, hands down. Mm-hmm. Really? Over something like The Revenant or Spotlight, A Bridge of Spies, such an important film. Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Subject matter doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Is it a great movie or isn't it a great movie? And which
The Danish Girl was a very important.
Here's the thing.
Should have been a very important film, but
with the exception of The Martian, I don't hate it for being here, but I agree with everything being in here. Mm-hmm. Bridge of Spies, Spotlight, as I just said, it's one of the best movies about journalism, the second best ever. A powerful film. Bridge of Spies, brilliant, amazing time in history. One of the 10 best movies of the year. Revenant, and I mean this, a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. My second favorite Iñárritu film. DiCaprio's best work. Your jaw will drop at how it's made. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing film. One of the best movies in the last 20 years, probably. Mm-hmm. But Mad Max is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it's still that everything I just said. It's that. Yeah. It's.
Well, I don't think you just said something like The Revenant or something that is more revolutionary.
That's George Miller calling in to thank me.
Yeah, I know. There he is right there.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you for saying that. Tell the Academy.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, Mad Max was pretty damn revolutionary.
It was.
You had a strong female character. We've talked about this before. That didn't need any man to save her,
right,
and I mean that's pretty damn.
She saved. I just rewatched it. She saved Max 3 times. Yeah. 3.
That's what I liked about Star Wars. The TFA. You had a strong, independent female character who didn't need anybody saving her. She saved herself the entire time and ended up saving Finn.
You're right, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I like that about it. So if you're looking, Mad Max isn't revolutionary, it's just a big action film. No, it did a lot of awesome stuff in it.
Yeah, and it's inventive, and its design, and its execution. I mean, yeah, and he didn't just say, this will look cool, He just, there's reasons for everything, and it's amazing to watch. Yeah, it's one of the... And I mean this, it's one of the best, and I think I said this already, it's one of the best action films of all time, and probably in the top 5. Yeah. It's just amazing.
And Mad Max, he sits in the background. He really doesn't have a huge role in it. He's tied to a car. He, says 1 or 2 lines. Like, he's a sniper. I
love Tom Hardy.
He's a sniper rifle.
It's funny because everybody's, they're driving in the big tanker, or as Mel Gibson called it when he was Max Tanka. And they were driving, and, they're behind over there. Where are we going? What are we doing? Charlize Theron's, get to this, get to that. And then Max says something.
Sniper rifle tripod.
Yep.
He really is kind of, he's a supporting character.
It's an action masterpiece. Yeah, I agree. It's an action masterpiece. It's a film masterpiece. It's one of the best action films ever. It's an amazing film. And real quick, we're talking about omissions. Real quick, if you don't mind. Start with Charlize Theron. She was great enough for a nomination.
Oh yeah.
She was excellent, like you said, for all the reasons. She carried the film, and she was this generation's Ripley.
Yeah, very much so.
And they nominated Sigourney for Ripley once. So yeah, I think that was a nomination. I'm not sure how glaring, but it was a big...
Wow, 2 characters almost... You can kind of say Daisy Ridley was almost a Ripley-esque character.
Yeah, but she... I think now more so in the next ones, probably. She stumbled her way into that. But she was strong at the beginning. But
she was strong throughout.
Theron just...
Yeah, Theron... she was... Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. I wasn't saying I'd give Daisy Ridley over Theron, but
I know
it's nice to see that there was 2 characters like that you can kind of identify as, wow. Yeah.
I agree. Now if we can get a film with strong female leads who carry the action, and she's either African American, Asian, or Spanish, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah. So just real quick, some snubs, and then we'll end this. The acting, Theron, for me. Do you have any on hand that you can think of?
Not offhand. I mean, I didn't even think about that.
Michael Keaton.
But now that you're coming into it, Michael Keaton looks
Spotlight.
Like, because I've seen previews, I almost think what I've seen so far in his role on the preview, I think should have warranted over...
I agree. I like Ruffalo, and this could be Ruffalo's best performance, but Keaton is just... amazing. Yeah. He's so good in this
little
movie.
Things I've seen with Keaton, I've been like, oh, he looks like he's going to be damn good in this movie.
Paul Giamatti?
Giamatti should get an Oscar
every time
he's on the fucking screen.
But Straight Outta Compton, he's fucking fantastic. And I also hear that he was great in
Love and Mercy?
Love and Mercy, which I still haven't seen.
Brilliant in Love and Mercy.
And I hear that he was dissed twice for playing crooked managers, right? In both of them? Isn't he a crooked man?
No, he's a crooked psychologist.
Oh, that's right. He's the one that takes Wilson under his wing.
Yeah, and tries to cure him.
Yeah, and that's why Wilson's all fucked up. Yeah. So, Giamatti, he plays Eazy-E's crooked manager. And he has a scene at the end that is almost heartbreaking. It's so brilliant. To a very lesser extent, and not because I'm biased, because I think he's underrated as an actor, Kurt Russell in The Hateful Eight gives one of his best performances ever. He's so good. He's so good. there's a moment where he almost brings me to tears. And he plays a vile, disgusting human being. And seriously, he's probably the worst out of everybody in that fucking movie. He is just a shit. But he gives a beautiful... Walton Goggins, who plays in Hateful Eight, plays Sheriff of Red Rock, air quotes. Red Rock, I think I said Wedlock.
Oh, you wascally wabbit.
I think it's a glaring omission. When I saw it, I said, that guy's got an Oscar nomination right there. He's amazing. Supporting actor. Would I have taken somebody out of supporting? Ruffalo. Well, then we would have a place for Keaton. But yeah, no. Goggins. When you see it, you'll see that he. In a Tarantino film with that cast, Walton Goggins walks away with it.
Which one is Walton Goggins again?
He's the what would you know him from?
Yeah.
He's been on TV. Justified. Did you watch Justified?
Oh yeah.
He's Boyd Crowder. Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I really
he walked away with that show too,
yeah.
And he walked away with The Shield. He's a great character actor, and he owns The Hateful Eight. He's really that. He's Oscar good. Most glaring omission in the acting category for me, Sam Jackson giving, I already said this, a career best performance. Just not nominated, but he's black, so we can't nominate him. Anyway, he sacks of shit. And I'm just doing the three things here.
Yeah.
Best directing, I can't believe that Spielberg wasn't nominated. I know I always say Meryl Streep, they nominate her every time she does anything. And they do that with Spielberg, kind of. But god damn it, he makes a great fucking film every time out, and this is an amazingly directed and put together work. I cannot believe he wasn't nominated. Ridley Scott wasn't nominated. I'm fine with it. I'll just get this out of the way. F. Gary Gray for Straight Outta Compton. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Just, to a very lesser extent, Ryan Coogler for Creed, who took, as I said, old stale thing, made it new again. Tarantino doing his most mature work as a filmmaker. Like, it's when you see it, you'll see it's character driven.
Right.
His camera is not flashy and zipping, and it's a very mature.
I think flashy and zipping with his camera work for Tarantino.
Well, I mean more than you, but this one, it's really, you just got to see. It's very. That's the first thing I thought. Like, wow, what a mature.
Yeah, dialogue driven. I would get.
Oh yeah, this more than anything.
Always dialogue driven.
And most glaring one for me, besides Gary Gray, Todd Haynes for Carol. Wait till you see it. Just beautifully put together, beautifully. Best Picture snubs. I'll get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton. Move on. We've talked about it. Carol. I cannot believe that wasn't nominated. Yeah. Again, when you see it, you'll see. Hateful Eight? Really? You nominate Django Unchained, which in my opinion was his least. We spoke about this on the Tarantino show. It's a good film, but messy and goes on too long for me. Hateful Eight's 3 hours, and it could have gone on another 3 hours. Yeah, I can't believe they didn't nominate. Again, his most mature work as a filmmaker. I can't believe they didn't nominate it. To a lesser extent, Creed. And a little movie called Star Wars The Force Awakens. I can't believe that wasn't nominated for Best Picture. I really think there was a place for it. Yeah, I really believe there was.
Now, this is coming from me.
Yeah, I know. I give it 5 stars. It's the third best Star Wars film, and it's one of the best films of its type. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Over Empire still. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's probably the second best Star Wars film, but my heart keeps saying, remember the original.
Yeah, I love the original, and, this isn't a Star Wars podcast.
No.
But there's just so much going on with it that I just fall in love with every time I see it. The characters, like the prequels, you couldn't really fall in love with the characters as much. And this one, it's like I have investment in every single one of them. And
stylistic choices and everything. You don't think it had a place?
People are complaining about Finn and Poe and well, how can they become friends so quickly? And it's like
they're human beings.
They're human, and they're stuck in a very stressful situation. I now, because I just got done watching it not too long ago. Look at Die Hard with McCain and the
McClane, not McCain.
I said McCain yesterday too. McClane and the cop.
Yeah.
They've known each other for that one, several hour period, and they come down and freaking hug like they've been best friends for freaking ever. Yeah. So
now look what you just said. All that,
a lot of stuff in it.
All the emotion, all that, the stylistic choices.
And maybe I'm just biased and I'm stuck in the same idea. I think Star Wars, and I'm like, okay, I don't, they would never.
But I mean, the original was nominated for everything, and Empire Strikes Back as well.
So.
But I mean, you don't think there's
put it on there.
Yeah, you don't think there's a place for it? No, if you had a ballot, would you mark it?
If I had a ballot, I probably would, but then I would feel like I'm being biased because I'm such a huge fan.
See, I don't think so, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as we all know. The whole saga is number 4 on my all-time list. I would have nominated the first 2. I would not nominate Jedi nor any of the prequels, but I would nominate this. Yeah, I don't think it's biased. I think you saw a great film. I'm
just saying, I think I feel like I would be biased. Like talking with you, I can start pulling stuff out and go, why wasn't it?
Yeah. Where's Adam Driver's Oscar? Yeah.
But right off the top of my head, I kind of think, it's like picking your children. If you can.
Right. Yeah, I know. Right.
It's like, I don't know.
It's Sophie's choice. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. But no, I think there was a place for it. But, I would take The Room out. Room's nominated, right?
Yes.
I would take The Room out for Best Picture, and then we need to wrap up. I would take The Room out, The Martian out. Brooklyn, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
It does, but it doesn't. I would put in Creed, Compton, Carol, Hateful Eight, and if there was still a spot, Star Wars. I'm not saying it should win, but there's a place for it. And I think it's going to be given a couple technical Oscars, but I really think Mad Max is going to sweep everything and then win Best Director but lose Best Picture. Or they could go the complete opposite way. Sweep everything, lose Best Director to Iñárritu, and then give it Best Picture. Which would just... I would be dancing around outside. Yeah. Like Julie Andrews on that mountaintop.
Need to see the other ones, but I...
Try to at least see Revenant and Hateful Eight on the big screen before the Oscars.
Yeah, I'll try.
You really need to.
I'm a master's student.
Let's go right now.
I can't
either. I have things to do.
Things to do, and that's my life, unfortunately. Yeah. And I still don't have time to do everything I need to get done. But what I'll probably end up doing is I'll at least watch the Best Pictures if I can get a chance to.
Yeah.
Because when's the Oscars?
February 28th, I think. So you've got a while. Yeah. A little over a month. Yeah.
So if I can pick them up some places, I'll.
Yeah. So folks, what we've learned here is the Oscars are racist and Mad Max is a masterpiece.
And Star Wars got snubbed in one way or another.
Star Wars got snubbed, yeah. But there's 2 more chances.
Maybe they'll do as long as they keep going, I'm still not confident about the third director. But maybe they'll do Lord of the Rings and, it'll get its due when all 3 of them are out.
Yeah, I don't know. Star Wars has never won an Oscar beyond technical, and Williams won for the first score. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I disagree with Williams' nomination. I hate to say, it's a great score. It's in the car right now.
He's awesome, and it's
a great score,
composer,
but not Oscar.
And it's a great score, but when you just change something slightly, maybe add a couple of different parts.
I mean, there's some good themes. Like once you listen to it more, Ren has his own theme, and Rey has her own
theme as well. But I don't know. It's not like he came up with a whole movie's worth of new material.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you saw Empire Strikes Back, instantly the Imperial March, instantly. There's nothing like that. I'm sure it's coming now that the characters are established. But my heart is hoping against hope that Mad Max will win Best Picture. Mm-hmm. Who knows? But I think, honestly, and I hate to say this because that's always the way. They're always like, it's really between this film or that film or this actor or that actor. But I really think it's between, in the big categories, Mad Max and The Revenant are the 2 in the final finish.
I'm interested in seeing The Revenant.
Oh, goddamn! I'm gonna go again. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm gonna go again. I don't have time probably to catch The Hateful Eight again with its 3 hours and 15 minutes. But yeah, The Revenant I'll see again, definitely. Yeah. So anyway, that's our
wonderful
brutal long Oscar show for 2016.
That was long.
It was a little hour and 45.
What?
Yeah.
For
it's
movies I haven't really seen.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Jesus.
Well, we spent the first literally 32 minutes talking about, and rightfully so, the controversy. This is an Oscar show. We're not just talking about it. So that's our Oscar show 2016. I'm sure we'll do a short follow-up show after the Oscars.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear these words. Fuck, shit, bullshit.
You usually hear that anyway.
Right, yeah. But we hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you'll listen to it in parts. I'm not going to break it up. People listen to our long shows now, so that's fine. And we hope you enjoyed it.
I think we need to give at least a real quick, and then we'll.
Are we going to do a quick in memoriam?
We should probably do that because we lost a whole hell of a lot of people.
In a fucking week.
In a week.
God damn it, Janet.
A lot of music, but also one really, really great actor, Alan Rickman.
Two.
Who's the? Oh yeah,
David Bowie for me.
Well, he wasn't really an actor. I always consider him music, but
I
Labyrinth was.
Well, that doesn't count.
Labyrinth.
I'm talking. No, I like Labyrinth. I'm saying don't look to Labyrinth for his acting skills. Yeah.
Well, some of his other
The
stuff.
Hunger, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Okay, I'll give you.
Played Tesla in The Prestige.
If you bring up Man from Outer Space, I'm gonna slap
Man Who Fell to Earth.
Fell to Earth.
Ooh, that's a tough go.
I will slap you on that one.
Yeah.
But okay, so yes, two great actors.
Alan Rickman and David Bowie. Who was the other one?
Alan Rickman and David Bowie.
Oh, I thought you had somebody
just the
else.
two.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians.
Yeah, but Oscar-wise, movie-wise, rest in peace, Alan Rickman and David Bowie. And Richard Libertini, the great Richard Libertini. Put Edwina Beckenbull.
Say we could do a podcast in memorial for Alan Rickman, but for some reason people don't like our memorial podcast.
You know what?
Or at least
for some reason
I
don't give a shit. That's a great idea. Why don't we do one? You know what I'm saying?
All right,
I'll do a Rickman podcast.
I'll do a Rickman podcast.
Fucking A. I think we just found our next show, folks. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to put this up pretty quickly. So.
Okay.
Stay tuned for our last two Star Wars podcasts. We're almost done. For now. For the time being. And please comment on our Oscar. I'll put stuff up on the page usually once we type something in. People respond. Let us know who you think was snubbed and who you think's gonna win.
We'll start throwing out racist slurs, just to get people to comment. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
I'm in a film group, and somebody posted, "Who do you think got snubbed this year for Oscar nominations?" One person just put African Americans. Like, fuck yeah. But anyway, that was it. That's our Lily White Oscar show.
Alrighty.
We're both Lily White as well.
I'm Basque. Thank you very much.
Right. Well, I bask in your glory. Enjoy, folks. Happy New Year, and we'll see you for the next show.
Alrighty.